right. Well, good evening, everybody. We're so happy that you decided to join us on this beautiful Thursday evening. I'm so excited. We're going to be hearing from some magnificent individuals. Miss Lena is going to be introducing our main speaker tonight. I'd like to open up and do a quick introduction for Miss Lena. Hang on just a moment. Let's get started here. So, can everybody see the screen okay? All
Yes.
right, wonderful. So ignore the date at the top. It's correct for, anyways. So what I'd like to do is introduce you to one of our magnificent movers and shakers here in the company, Miss Lena Ramsey. She actually went to the Institute of, and forgive me because I know I'm not pronouncing this right, Justo Asurmina, and she's going to correct that for me. She also studied her Bachelor of Arts. She's got a BA in special education at the University of La Salle University, La Salle. Okay. And also studied with special education at the New York University. You know, one of the things that's really special is that we have so many people with masters that are a part of this organization. This tells you that these individuals have studied, gone out of their way to gain as much knowledge as they possibly can. And what I'd like to do is take the time to introduce Miss Lena here. Miss Ramsey, if you could come in and introduce our speaker for today.
Um, Miss Kim, I don't believe Miss Ramsey is with us right now.
Okay, well, you know what? We will move on to our guest speaker, who is definitely a satisfied customer, Miss Jana Spalding, MD. This is incredible because Miss Spalding is actually graduate of Vassar College, as well as a graduate of Stanford Medical School. And as you can see, she's a proud parent. This is her son at graduation, and this is in 2012. Now, guess what? This is Miss Dr. Jana now with her same handsome son. And what I'd like to do is have Miss Jana, if you could come in, Dr. Jana, and share with us some information on Renew tonight.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you very much. Good evening, champions, founders, new people, established people. It is such a great honor and opportunity to be with you and to have a few minutes to share some tidbits with you this evening. This month, as you all may remember, we are having a promotion on the Limitless Performance Stack. Um, my goodness. You buy one stack, you get 150% off.
Yes.
I mean, what's better than that? You get Vitality, you get Renew, you get GlucoSlim, you get Ambrosia, and you get another one for half off. Uh, I don't know, but I think there's a line to get that promotion, and you all may want to get in that line, before it goes away. Um, we have been talking about Vitality for the last couple of weeks, and I think that Renew got a little jealous because it wasn't getting any attention. Um, but I like to do my weekly wellness tips a little differently this time. Usually, I speak a little bit about the products or the particular lifestyle practice and then give the tips at the end. This time, I'd like to give you the tips at the beginning and then fill in afterwards why those are the tips. So pull out a piece of paper and a pen, please, everyone. And these are very straightforward. Tip number one for this week is avocado. Did you know that avocado is a fruit? I
Mhm.
cannot, I cannot believe how many times I've read that and how many times my brain tells me it's a vegetable, but technically it's a fruit. Okay, that was number one. Number two is salmon, the fish, salmon. And number three is eggs. Now we know that foods, specifically healthy foods, are a very important part of a wellness lifestyle. But they are not just that. They are a very important part of our daily habits that allow the products that we take to give us their maximum benefit. And the product that we're talking about today is Renew. So, how about if we thought about the longer we live, the better we live? The longer we live, the better we live. Now, some people may think the longer we live, the older we get aches and pains, the memory's not quite right, things sag on the body. Oh my God, it's so difficult getting old. Or, wow, I know so much more today than I did yesterday because I was on the morning call and I heard Kim. And so I'm a lot smarter and wiser now, which means I can make decisions and I can live better now than I could yesterday. I can certainly live better than I did a year ago or 10 years ago because I'm a lot wiser. I know a lot more. But it doesn't have to stop there. If avocado, salmon, and eggs are a regular component of your diet, that means that you're getting this substance called tryptophan, that when you take into your body transforms it into something called NAD plus or NMN. Now, you may not have your Renew right with you. I just happen to have my bottle of Renew right here. Unlike other products in the Nutraveda line, there is one ingredient in Renew. One. Hmm. What happened to all the herbs and the spices and the fruit? The ingredient is listed as NMN. Those are the letters. And the reason it's an acronym is that it stands for nicotinamide mononucleotide. Don't try to say that 3 times fast because it's a tongue twister. It is an amazing molecule that gives you more energy, increases your longevity, and increases your longevity and the quality of your longevity because it actually gets into your DNA and it repairs it and it makes it stronger. So DNA are these chains, you've seen the drawings, and then at the end, there are these caps on the DNA, and those are called telomeres. And when we're born, as newborn babies, we have nice long telomeres. And as time goes by, our telomeres get shorter. Shorter telomeres are associated with shorter lifespan. Enter NMN. NMN actually makes our telomeres longer, which does two things. It allows us to live longer, but not just live longer, live better, because it's repairing our DNA and making it more vital and more useful. And so, Renew rejuvenates us. It rejuvenates us at the cellular level. This is not something you put on your hair or you put on your skin. This is something that literally goes to the smallest organelles in our body, which are our cells, and it makes them fire up better. It makes, whenever that cell divides and gives you two new cells, you get two new cells with long telomeres. And so that means if there's been some damage, it repairs it better. It means if there's been stress on it, it now can come back stronger. And that's what this product Renew does for you. So vitality gives you energy, a burst of performance in the moment. Renew is like the Energizer Bunny. It keeps you going and going and going and going. That's why the stack is limitless. It's limitless in a boost, but it's also limitless in that it allows you to last. And so I present to you today, ladies and gentlemen, Renew. If you have avocado, salmon, and eggs as part of your staple, and you take Renew, you will be getting younger and better as you get older. And those are Dr. Jana's weekly wellness tips for today. Back to you, Miss Kim.
Oh my goodness, that is absolutely amazing. You know, it's incredible how we're on the same page and haven't even talked about it. So I want to share with you, my name is Kim Law. This is actually a before picture, before Nutraveda. You know, when the choices that we make in life can absolutely have a profound effect on our future. And the reason I have that there is because I chose to take a prescribed medication, which actually caused me to go blind in 11 days, taking a 16th of a dose of that medication. So that was a choice that I made, not knowing I was going to have that side effect. However, my next opportunity was when I was aware of became involved with Nutraveda and took the so I became Kim Possible. So I'm a
Oh,
mover, shaker, and a candlestick maker now, right? I can see, drive, and all that kind of stuff. So here we're going to talk about how to tune in to health and wellness. So get ready to tune in your radio to where you want to be for your health and wellness. The first thing we have to do is take action. What does that look like? You know, we talk a lot about setting our cornerstone. In other words, planting our feet firmly in the place that is going to be setting the pace for where we want to go, what we want to do when it comes to our health and wellness. You know, Dr. Jana was just talking about the avocado, the eggs, and the salmon. When we introduce those things into our diet on a regular basis, we're setting a cornerstone for health and wellness. Now, the next thing we want to do is we want to embrace change. Maybe that's not something that we normally do. We don't normally have these things as an active part of our diet, right? Well, if that's the case, maybe we need to embrace change. And part of embracing change is including the Nutraveda collection into our health and wellness regime. Now we have to know our value. And you're thinking, what's this got to do with health and wellness? Well, if we don't know that God didn't make any junk, right? Because he didn't, and he didn't make any mistakes, that's for darn sure. What we have to do is know that this being was made in a perfect image that can heal itself. And the way that happens is by giving the body the nutrition that it needs in order for it to function at its optimum to take care of issues and changes that are occurring. The next thing we have to do is chunk activities. You're like, chunking activities, Kim, come on. This is about health and wellness. Well, what can we do that would increase our health and our wellness that we could chunk? What are some activities we could do? Well, maybe it's having somebody help us with doing the shopping, because guess what happens? We make a list, but then we go into the store and, oh, well, that looks good and that looks good, and you know, you came in for the avocados, the salmons, and the eggs, but those donuts and that cheesecake, oh my goodness, that's got to get in the cart too, right? Well, imagine if you chunked your activity, you placed your order for pickup instead of going and getting it yourself. So now you're getting exactly what you want. So here's a little bit of a chunking that you can do for your health and wellness. The other thing is placing orders on auto ship where you don't have to worry about going in and saying, gosh, you know, I forgot to buy my ambrosia, or I forgot to buy my renew this month. Have it on auto ship so you don't have to worry about it. That's chunking an activity. Now, visualizing your destiny. What we're talking about here is you are destined for greatness. And part of greatness is health and prosperity and wellness. And prosperity is not just about finances. Prosperity is about the energy that you have, the stamina you've got, the clarity of thought, your mind is clear and articulate. These are things you can visualize. And also staying the course. How do we stay the course in a way that helps us to achieve our goals? And this is through taking action. Now, clarity is power. We have to know exactly what it is we're wanting. We went through this already. We have to be specific. Why is it specific? Because if you're doing something differently, then, if you need to do A, B, and C in order to get D, you have to realize that if you do A and E, it's not going to get you D. So be specific about what it is that you're wanting to accomplish. And success is absolutely in the details. In Habakkuk 2:2, in the scriptures, it says, write your vision upon the tablets. Well, last week, we were talking about the I ams. Well, here's some more I ams. I am healthy and fit, of course, but we're also vibrant and energetic, and we are also intelligent. Now, Dr. Jana, without even knowing it, was talking about renew. We haven't even collaborated. This is a higher power downloading this, I promise you. So we're talking about intelligence because now, guess what? We have the Nutraveda collection. And part of that is the renew, which we're going to go into a deep dive about here shortly. But here's the other products that we have to offer. So in the Nutraveda collection, it includes our daily defense, which helps to keep your immune system strong. Our ambrosia does the same thing. It is so amazingly delicious. They're little gummies. They're kind of like a fruit leather in a gummy shape. And you can take one if you have a tickle in your throat and just suck on it. But it's actually got over 53 herbs and spices that were originally, they've been around for hundreds of years, but more in a peanut butter consistency. But during COVID, they formulated it into these little gummies. And now you can have it individually packaged, share it with your friends, and be able to enjoy health and wellness on a holistic approach, totally throughout your whole body. Now, our Tranquility is actually one of the flagship products that Nutraveda came out with. It actually is designed to work on neurological pain and stress, anxiety, PTSD. Maybe you can't sleep at night. But the wonderful thing about this product is if you take it during the day, it doesn't make you tired and sleepy. It just gives you the rest that you need so that you can feel less stress, less anxiety, and it works insanely fast, like generally within about 15 minutes, really fast. Now, our next product we're going to talk about is our probiotics. Our probiotic also includes prebiotics, which is food that your probiotic needs. So when you're taking your probiotics, this is something you want to take at night before you go to bed. So it helps to build your gut flora up. Now, I'm sure if you're into health and wellness, you're very much aware that the relationship between our guts and our brain is very close. So if your gut is off balance, then it's affecting the brain as well as other systems in your body. We've got 7 systems. We've got the endocrine, we've got circulatory, respiratory. All these different systems are affected by our gut health. So it's very important that we have this. Now, with the prebiotic, that's the food for the probiotics. If you just take a probiotic and it doesn't have the things that it needs to build and grow, you may have a few that survive, but not a lot. So if you're giving your probiotic what it needs to have its optimum ability to function, it's wonderful. Our next product happens to be my very favorite, which is Relief. Because in the pictures I was showing you with the fact that I was blind for 16 years, this, along with the probiotic, are the 2 products that I took that I had fantastic results. I literally was completely blind with a guide dog, white cane, red tip, for 16 years. When I started taking these products, and I can tell you it wasn't your average, 1 or 2 a day. I was taking quite a bit. I was actually pretty much using it like a lozenger. The probiotic I took once a day, but the Relief, I was using them like lozengers. And within 6 weeks, I started noticing a difference. Within about 18 months, I had my sight back and I was able to drive a car again. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen for you, but I can tell you there's a ton of testimonies about these products that are Ayurvedic. And the philosophy of Ayurveda is about helping the body to have what it needs to function at its optimum. So if you have what it needs to function correctly, then the body's going to start working and healing and putting itself in the position to be at its optimum. Now, our next product is Glow. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait, I forgot to tell you. Relief is for inflammatory pain and inflammation in the body. So you got something that's inflamed, relief is the key because it's not even designed for eyes. It was designed to get rid of inflammatory pain and distress in the body. So we're going to go a little bit deeper a little bit later. So our Glow is actually one of our newer products, and it's for hair and nails. And they said, oh, well, it's about helping you to look younger, right? Who doesn't want to look younger? Little did I know, my hair it was as long as my hair is. When you start losing hair, it's like a dog shedding. That's all I can say. Well, the fact that within 30 days of taking Glow, my hair stopped, I stopped losing as much hair as I was losing. My nails started growing like crazy. And I work on cars a lot. They weren't being brittle and breaking. I was thrilled with the results. I love this product. And our next product is another one of my favorites, which is Vitality. We're actually going to go into a deep dive about Vitality today, as well as Renew. So Vitality is actually a vasodilator. It increases blood flow. It brings oxygen to the brain. It helps, I call it the smart pill instead of taking energy drinks. This is a great product to have if you need to stay awake and alert. If you are doing workouts at the gym, you take this before you work out. It's fantastic for quick recovery because it keeps the muscles from deteriorating from injuries. Our next product is Renew. Dr. Jana went into deep information about Renew and the lengthening the telomeres. What's really incredible about this product is the fact that this source, I actually, when I started taking this product, I had no short-term memory for 20 years. Within 2 weeks of taking this, just as it was, prescribed to take on the bottle, I started noticing that I was remembering what I was going to the kitchen for. I was remembering people's names. I was remembering phone numbers when people were giving it to me. Now I can tell you, that was a 20-year span of having a zero short-term memory. And now I would say I'm probably closer to about 80% of my memory completely back, which is incredible because it hasn't even been a year of taking the product. Then our next product is Glycoslim. This is another one of our newer products that we have. It actually works to balance your insulin sensitivity. And why is that important? Because if you take this product 30 minutes before you eat, now don't stress. If you forget, what I do is when I know I'm getting ready to go have lunch or dinner or breakfast or whatever, I just go ahead and take my Glycoslim, even while I'm preparing the food. Or if we're getting ready to leave to go out to eat or something, just take it before I go. And if you forget, just go ahead and take it because it still works, just not as, fast. But if you take it beforehand, it works on satiating your you start feeling full. So you don't take in, it kind of curbs your taste for sweets and cravings and things. It gets rid of that. It's amazing. Now, we're going to talk about our water collection. I don't know about y'all, but if you go to a box store, they have water filters and stuff. But did you know that their filtration system only does 35 gallons for the whole pitcher? With our product, it does 250 gallons of filtered water. But it's not just filtering out the amoebas and junk. Ours gets rid of the PFOAs, the chlorine, the toxicities, and it also pH balances the water. So between 9.2 to 9.5 alkalinity. If you don't want the alkaline water, we even have the same filters where you can just have the fresh water at just regular normal pH of 7.9. Now, our water bottle filters 150 gallons of and the straw does 50. I don't know about you, but being able to have fresh water on the go is so important. Now, our last collection that I'm going to share with you is our patches. And these are so important to have as a part of the whole regime. Because when we add the nanoparticulates, this has CBD isolate in nanoparticulates, which means that when you put the patch on the skin, no matter where you place it, the best place to put it is where you have adipose. And if you don't know what adipose is, it's fat, F-A-T. So put it in an area that's got a little extra love that you just kind of, it's there. What's wonderful about this is because they're nanoparticulates, it literally goes systemic through your body. And these patches last 2 days, except for the K tape, because the K tape actually works for getting rid of inflammation and inflammatory responses as well. And that one you can keep on for a week, which is really incredible, especially if you're exercise or maybe you've had an injury. You can use the K tape. It also has lidocaine, and then we have the CBD isolate with lidocaine as well. Now, today we're going to be talking about renew and vitality. Yes, Dr. Jana, this was preempted to talk about renew as well. And of course, the reason we want to add an Excel patch is because no matter what product you take, whether it's the Nutraveda line or you have prescribed medications, our nanoparticulate patch, the CBD isolate, does not have THC or CBN that converts to THC. So if you have to take tests at work and things like that, you don't have to worry about this lighting up a test because the THC and the CBN that converts to THC is non-existent in this product. So it's not even like a nanoparticulate of it. It's just not in it at all. And we have all the white papers and everything to prove. Now, let me share with you some information. Renew. You know, Dr. Jana was talking about the NMN, right? Well, NMN actually supports cognitive thinking. It also supports heart health, as well as when she was talking about increased NAD concentrations within the body, which suppresses inflammation. And we know that when our bodies has a lot of inflammation, there's a lot of other issues that come with that. The other thing it does is it mitigates neurodegeneration and inflammation. In other words, if you have a brain injury or people that have cognitive delays or someone who has like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, things like that, this there's studies that have shown that they've had remarkable results with this product. And it also increases energy as well as improving skin texture. Because remember, she was talking as a baby, they're long. Well, how is a baby's skin? It's soft, it's supple, it's not wrinkly, you know, all that kind of stuff. Since I've been taking the products, I got my crow feet are gone actually. The other thing it does is it promotes vitality. So let's talk about vitality, right? I love this product. Last week we were talking about L-arginine. Well, today I'm going to talk about a specific type of L-arginine, the AKG, and what it does. It actually rebuilds muscle, reduces muscle loss after surgery and trauma. So what kind of trauma? Well, when you're working out at a gym, you're actually stretching, lengthening the muscles and things like that, right? So when you're stretching the muscles over what they normally are doing, it's breaking and rebuilding, breaking and rebuilding. So what this does is it gives you the ability, it inhibits protein degradation in muscles. In other words, it keeps it from becoming atrophied. If somebody had an injury, or an accident or a surgery, and you're in bed a lot, when you take Vitality, this product actually keeps you from your muscles atrophy. It slows that process down. Another ingredient is ginger. Well, ginger is great. It's high in antioxidant. It reduces muscle pain as well as lowering your blood pressure. It also improves brain function. That's why I call it the smart pill, because it gives you clarity and it affects your cholesterol in a positive way. Now, why is that important? We have to focus on our outcomes, not our activities. Now, what do we want? We want healthy skin. We want to be vibrant, pain-free, right? Have mental clarity, increased strength, and emotional balance. And when we do, what do we have? We have freedom and peace and calm and harmony in our body. Remember, Dr. Jana was talking about our BOGO? Well, here it is. This is the buy one, get one half off. And the code that you put in is LPS50. That's limited performance stack 50. LPS50. This is what you put in on the code when you go to get your order. You'll see this logo and this image as well when you go to place your order, so you know you're getting the right one. Now, what's going to be easier for you? Do you want the good, better, or best? A good way to start is with 2 packs of ambrosia. It's only $89. A better way is our limitless stack, because right now it's a BOGO. It's buy one, get one half off, right? For 195. And the second one is half that. The best way is our Nutraveda collections. 2 of them is only 650. Now, which one works best for you today? Think about it and get back with the person who brought you here today. Now, we have morning power calls, and they're basically ways to just start your day in a magnificent manner. This is our phone number. It's 954-947-5497. We start at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you're on a different time zone, adjust your clock for that. We do a meet and greet between 8:30 to 8:45. At 8:45, we have a meditation. We have 3 magnificent individuals that do our meditations in the morning between 8:45 and 9 o'clock-ish. And then at 9, we have different individuals that come in and do the education and motivation. Now, if you're looking for some specific extra information about our products and how you can be able to share links and different things to be able to make some extra income for you, to be able to cover the cost of your product, you can go to carebeyond.online forward slash training. That's carebeyond.online / training. Now, the things that I shared with you as far as income potential or how the products work, I'm not telling you that it's going to do the same thing for you that it's done for me, but I can tell you if you take it out of the bottle, they tend to work. Now, what I'd like to do is invite you guys to, we're going to answer any questions that you might have. If anybody has any questions, I see your hand raised there, Dr. Jana.
I had a question about the CBD patches.
Yes.
How long can you keep them on? How long does the effect last?
So
I say
actually,
effect, I'm not talking necessarily about pain. I'm just talking about getting all of those CBD uh, detectors, uh,
the
the,
cannabinoid system, yes,
the
absolutely.
cannabinoid receptors happy and full. Yes.
So the patch, actually, you can keep them on for 2 days. I've been able to keep mine on longer because what I do, I've noticed they have like a little imprint on the patch. And when that disappears and goes away, that's how you know that your body has absorbed everything. That's just kind of the marker I've done for myself. So sometimes I've had them on for 2 or 3 days, 3 to 4. It just depends on my activity level. The other thing is, because it is an adhesive that you put on, you don't want to put it, say, on your wrist. If your wrist is bothering you, put it higher, because it's like a band-aid. It's going to move with the thing. So you want to put it higher on your arm or on your tummy even. It's not necessary to actually put it directly on the space unless you take the one that has the lidocaine. Then you want to put that on as close to the area that's having the problem.
I cover it with clear Scotch tape so that it doesn't get wet. And so that will stay for a week if I don't, disturb it. I just really didn't know how long the effect would last. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Does anybody else have any questions? Feel free to just unmute. You don't have to raise your hand, and just come on in. All right.
Dr. Jen, I wanted to just add to the question that you asked. I didn't think about plain Scotch tape, but I, would use a Band-Aid or something and put it on there. And if you use the K tape, remember to cut it round. That's help prevent the fraying back sometimes. And you can buy the K-tape and you'll get a nice size roll and it doesn't have the CBD because our product is the only one with the CBD in it. So put that over where the pain is at, if it's in your knee or your shoulder, and then use the regular K-tape that you get from the drugstore, and that can go like over the ends to keep it in place. And you can keep that on for a week or over because it'll last through the shower and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I put it on when I went to do my water aerobics, and it lasts through the water aerobics. So it'll last.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, 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 wow.
Dr. Jana,
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question for you. I don't eat seafood, so what is a good substitution for salmon?
Great question. Beef, believe it or not. Beef is high in tryptophan, and when you take that in, that inside your body metabolizes into NMN.
Okay,
There
another
are other
question.
vegetables also, cabbage and nuts and
Okay. Because I eat very little meat. And when I do, I eat mostly turkey.
turkey will do it.
Mhm.
Turkey will do it as well. As a matter of fact, tryptophan in turkey is what makes you sleepy on Thanksgiving. But it also helps build up your NMN. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, I want to welcome and thank you guys for showing up because you not only showed up, but you showed out. Dr. Jana, again, brilliant job. Kim, unbelievable, unbelievable. Stop calling PhD behind your name.
Absolutely.
What I did today was I ordered I took advantage of the special, and so all I did was call the home office, and so the number is 888-804-2922. 888-38-804-2922. And I order one every single month. But I had to take advantage of it because when I go to church on Sunday, I'm going to find somebody that want to look like me.
Works for me.
Oh, okay.
Bishop Scott has already testified about the vitality.
Vitality.
When he did that, oh my word. The women came to me ordering because they wanted to make sure the husband was hooked up. And I said, Donnie, you can hook up your husband, but you want to stay in tune with your husband. So Lord help me, but it was a good Sunday. All right, Mary, I know what you're thinking. Mary number one, I see you there laughing. Okay. So it pays to go to church. If Chief Sinner can go to church, anybody can. But just pick the phone up and call 888-804-2922. And next Wednesday, please support the Spanish Wednesday presentation. I didn't understand what was happening, but I was so excited, okay, to see people, Miss Lena, step out of the box. Dr. Janice stepping out the box. And I tell you what, there's a company in California that has started out all English, all white, but $9 billion later. Anybody know the name of it? I'll let you guys figure it out. It's all Spanish throughout South America. Okay, $9 billion. Herbalife.
I heard it. I heard it. Somebody said it. Herbalife.
And so guess what? That whole community is not, if they heard the story that Kim laid out and Dr. Jana laid out tonight, you'd have hordes of customers and people wanting to participate. You got it, Dr. Jana. That
You
will,
know, Coach suggested that we do something different. And that is that in addition to sending out texts and posting on social media, that we actually announce our Spanish call on Eventbrite. You're familiar with Eventbrite, right?
Yes.
Well, I'm just so happy to share that we had a lady on last night who lives in a little town in the province of Chihuahua in Mexico, and she saw it on Eventbrite and just came on the call. And listen to her and her background. She's a psychologist. She had been working as a manager in a store. Was it a shoe store, Lena?
And it's a shoe store.
Yeah, a
Actually,
manager.
they make shoes. It's a shoe and shoe repair place. Yeah.
So she resigned from that job because she knew that was not her place. She knew that it was not for her. And she was taking sort of a break. And I remember thinking, oh my goodness, was she a divine appointment or what? But it happened because we put it on Eventbrite in Spanish. And I was wondering if we may not want to put our calls on Eventbrite because people literally go on it to see what's going on and to decide where to go. Um, I thought it was a great idea. It was Coach's suggestion, but I didn't expect to see results right away. And we did.
and if we do it every week and we do that Facebook thing, boom, that market can blow up. Okay, gang. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gotta run.